Bro, Ezra Miller has been wilding for the past, I don't know how many months. Let's figure out how they're going to handle this Flash movie, bruh.
Hello, DC fans and people who love to catch up with Ezra Miller shenanigans. We got an update. What we're going to be discussing here today involving the whole Ezra Miller saga is we've gotten a report from insiders on exactly what Warner Brothers is planning to do with the Ezra Miller situation. They've listed out 3 possible options that Warner Brothers are currently discussing, and I think one of them seems like the most obvious choice, while the other 2, it would be kind of shocking if they actually did it. I'm going to be going down the list of these 3 options, giving you my opinion, what I think is best, but also I want to hear from you guys. Out of these 3 possible scenarios that Warner Brothers is currently sitting down talking about in some boardroom, which do you think is the best option for the Flash, the Ezra Miller situation, and just the future of the DCEU? As well as don't be forgetting to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, okay? I know there's someone out there watching who hasn't subscribed. Just touch that little red button. All right, so yes, The Hollywood Reporter this morning came out with an article titled "Warner Brothers weighing fate of the Flash as its Ezra Miller problem grows." And mind you, again, this is The Hollywood Reporter, basically the #1 go-to source for everything in the movie industry. If they report on it, that is because there is a 99.9% chance it is all factual.
Yeah, because I saw on Twitter a lot of people were saying Ezra Miller's innocent. Ezra Miller, #Ezra Miller is innocent. If they're innocent, the media hates them. The media hates them. Ezra Miller is hated because how would they make up so many stories about Ezra Miller? Why him? Why them? Like I swear, kidnapping kids, going on a rampage in the Hawaii of all places. But I think it's real. I think it's real, personally.
Let's just start off with the first option they have here listed. First, Warner's has received indication that 29-year-old Miller, whose mother has accompanied the actor in recent days, will seek professional help after returning home to their farm in Vermont. If that help happens, Miller, who goes by they/them pronouns, could give an interview at some point explaining their erratic behavior
you don't want to see anybody go down this path,
the actor could do limited press for The Flash, and the movie would open in cinemas as planned. All right, so essentially what that first option is, Warner Brothers releases the movie, they get Ezra Miller the help they need, they send Ezra to some sort of rehab or wellness center, and they get better. Heck, I think even recently online, paparazzi have taken photos of Ezra Miller with their mother, so that kind of looks like the plan that's unraveling right now, dependent on Ezra Miller getting that help. But the part of this option that makes me go, oh, that is a terrible idea, is doing an interview where Ezra Miller explains their behavior for the past few years. Now, you know me, I like to be upfront and honest with you guys, and I'm not going to hide it. There is a growing movement of people that believe Ezra Miller is innocent. And while I haven't done a deep dive on the people who believe that, they seem to always have some sort of response for why Ezra Miller was in a recent bar fight, was arrested, was being accused of grooming children.
Golly, Ezra. Golly. I do hope that it's not true, but at the same time, like, all of them, that's like the people with like 33 allegations on their name. Like, I'm sorry, like, am I supposed to like just disregard everything?
Like, they were on a tirade in Hawaii, arrested multiple times, had restraining orders put on them. Then the instances of being accused of grooming where a judge filed a restraining order against Ezra Miller to be around that person. Same thing goes for this other family that apparently Ezra Miller was housing at his farm where there were supposedly guns everywhere.
Yeah,
then most recently the burglary charge that states in the police report.
Ezra. How can I defend
the crime?
This is where we're starting to get into real conversations. Grant Gustin, we love you. We love you. And it doesn't seem like Ezra Miller is that beloved anymore, so I know the Flash season 9 about to wrap up. Hey, they fumbled your show. Just give Barry Allen one more chance. Grant, please. Please. We miss you. We miss you because I have not watched that show since season 5. So, I'm running back. That's all I'm saying. Run it back.
But when it happens literally all over the world, different police officers, different people calling the cops on Ezra, you're really telling me every single one of those instances was a mere misunderstanding and coincidence?
That's crazy.
I have a hard time believing that. But I think that's exactly why this option is on the table, because maybe there is some weird explanation for everything Ezra Miller has done that could change our whole perspective on the situation, but I have yet to see a real interview with a celebrity being accused of stuff and them trying to explain themselves like, Here we go.
He has no pizza experience. He's never been in the pizza category. I would just say,
This man, Papa John, went berserk on that phone call. That man hates people of my complexion. Hey, Papa, what did we do to you? Like, I never really liked Papa John's anyway, but a lot of my people love your pizza, man. Like, what did we do to deserve this?
stay tuned.
This man had
come.
to have tears in his eyes after he said, like,
why not set the record straight now? I mean, what is it about the record that's not straight?
Stay tuned.
Use your common sense. Don't forget the blog.
This
Forget how
man,
you
Robert.
feel about me. Hate me if you want to. Love me if you want to.
I'm not
Just use your
stupid,
common
guys.
sense. Oh, right now I just think I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will, chain them up in my basement.
That's what you did, Robert.
Me.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. Yeah, please do not put Ezra
There's like
Miller
a
in a
10% chance
situation
Ezra
of
Miller
an
getting on
interview
camera
like that.
explaining their situation could work, and a
Oh
90%
my
chance
God.
the
That's
situation
one of
gets
the best
proven
like,
far
I
worse,
can't believe
and
that
then
happened,
memes
bro.
just come out of that situation. But like I said, if Ezra Miller truly has an explanation and proves themselves innocent, everyone deserves that right to get that story out there. The second option they have here, which I think everyone's going to agree this is the most likely scenario they're going to go with for this movie, they have it here. The second scenario, even if Miller doesn't reach out for help, Warner could still release
That's
the
what I
film,
think is gonna
but do not
happen.
expect Miller to play a prominent role in terms of marketing and publicity, nor would Miller be the Flash going forward as the
Now, I'm curious if they do this, how good will this movie do? Because I'm genuinely interested. Does this play a part in the movie doing better? Because that's a possibility. People like to see train crash. Is that the saying? People like to see like bad things. But this could also impact the movie negatively. He's not even going to be marketing the movie. They're not going to be marketing the movie. Like, it could go either way. I'm very curious on how this would play out. And because I know Warner Brothers is like, oh my God. Like, I know they're so mad right now.
Now, that last line in this scenario is interesting because I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about it. They're only mentioning Ezra Miller would be recast as the Flash if they go with this second option. So it makes it sound like if they go with the first, they do the interview, Ezra Miller gets proven innocent, everyone likes what Ezra Miller has to say when they're being interviewed, this new regime in Warner Brothers would be willing to keep him on as Barry Allen and have them show up in Flash 2, another Justice League movie, or
Having
whatever
this
else.
movie
And
carry
that
the
is
rest of
shocking
your
to me because
universe
I just
is a
don't
very
see how
scary
you as a
thing,
company
because
could
that's what I've
take
heard
this
is gonna
risk again
happen.
to spend millions of more dollars on another movie and then months later have more headlines pop up, have more crazy things happen. It's just really not worth the risk. Plus, I don't know who would replace Ezra Miller if it came down to that. Whoever it is, they got to be
Grant?
charming, funny, and
Grant?
definitely look good in a Flash mask.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's also funny how the first two
Nobody
options are
asked for
basically
that.
exactly the same, except they handle marketing differently. One, Ezra Miller will be part of the marketing, or two, Ezra Miller will not be part of the marketing. And I don't think that just means for like interviews or people talking about the movie, like what made you interested in this story? I think they also mean it when it comes to trailers, posters.
No
Like we're
way.
gonna have Ezra Miller freaking Mike Wazowski on them Flash posters.
If there's no way they do that. If they do that, that'd be insane. A Flash movie with no Flash in the movie posters, and I just don't see it. But maybe I'm wrong. Ezra is a menace. Ezra has been a menace. So I mean, this is what I mean. They're really in a tight position right now, because like maybe they do this. Maybe I'm wrong, but that just seems insane to me, bro.
Same way they cut out Ezra Miller's face from the Shazam 2 trailer. I would not be surprised if we
but
get a
that's
Flash
a
trailer where they
Shazam
do
2
some
trailer.
clever
That's a
trickery
big
to
difference.
barely show Ezra's face throughout that entire
doubt it.
trailer.
I
Like
doubt it.
seriously, the trailer marketing company that is in charge of making that first Flash trailer is going wild with like, what do we show in this movie? Still, I do think that is the better option because then when we get to option 3, they have it here. The
I'm
third
going to
case,
see this
things
movie,
go
but
from
that would
bad
be
to
crazy.
worse. With the situation with Miller deteriorating, this would see Warner's killing the movie outright as it could not be reshot with a different actor. Miller plays multiple characters and is in almost
200
every scene.
Oh
Scrapping
my
a $200 million
God.
film would be an unprecedented
They're not
move.
doing that.
And
They're
look,
not
as
doing
much
that.
controversy as The Flash has had, I still remain adamant. I do not want this movie canceled.
Now, let's ask a serious question. What would Ezra Miller have to do for this $200 million? I've heard that it's even $300 million movie to be canceled. what do they have to do? First of all, he's gone on record saying that all he does is protect himself from the KKK. So I think the N-word is out of the question. But if he drops the N-bomb, I still think they make the movie. He already did some Robert Kelly-ish things. He already did some R. Kelly-ish things. If he does it again, it's done. It's done. Especially if there's like evidence and like a courtroom situation, it's done. They're scrapping the movie. I feel like that's about it. Like if he's on some EDP timing, then yeah, they're throwing the movie up. I think that's it.
Stuff that Warner Brothers did to the Batgirl and Scoop movie that the people who
If
work
they're
hard on
on.
those films will just never see the light of day. And just because that happened to Batgirl and Scoop, I don't want to wish upon that same fate to Andy Muschietti, Michael Keaton, and Sasha Calle, and all the other hundreds of thousands of people that worked on the Flash movie. One person should not ruin it for the entire film, and that work should
Exactly.
be seen. So I really don't think canceling the movie is the
He's
way to
in
go. And even just
every-
looking at it from a
they're in
business
every
perspective,
scene.
that would be so dumb. I know I get it all the time from people like, well, just reshoot Ezra Miller. It's like, if you're going to reshoot him, you might as well just make a whole new movie, because like it says, they're in almost every scene, so you're basically refilming the entire movie.
Nah, Warner Brothers is in the tightest of positions right now. Pause. I don't know. I do not know what they're going to do at all. At the end of the day, option 2 seems the best, but I disagree with this. I disagree with this guy. They have to include Ezra Miller in the marketing, at least as far as the posters and the trailer go, because they're the Flash. Ezra Miller is the Flash. They're not a side character. What's good, y'all? I recorded that video a while back, but there's updates. This situation is updated, bro. Now, apparently, they're finished writing The Flash 2. What? I don't understand how this is gonna work at all, bro. They haven't confirmed whether Ezra is gonna be in it or not. I don't know. I don't even know whether I'm gonna assume that they're gonna be in it or not. I genuinely have no idea. Now, you already know my position. I just said it. Cast Grant Gustin. We need to see it. But if I'm being real here, the Flash is a character that we all grew up with, we all love, and we do want to see him be great in media. So this is a very unfortunate situation altogether, because like honestly, like what is going on right now? I'm wishing everybody in this situation, like I make a lot of jokes about DC, I'm wishing them the best. Like I want to see good Flash movies. Maybe the Ezra Miller stuff isn't true at all, but we'll see. As time goes on, we're going to hear more and more about this. I'm genuinely interested in what's going to happen. But appreciate you guys for watching this video. Y'all some real ones. More videos coming soon, I promise. I need to get back on the reactions, bro. Those are my favorite. Movie reaction, TV show reactions. I got y'all. I promise you, I got y'all.